Hey guys, my name is Kenny Cannon. I'm the founder and CEO of Cannon Training Technologies. We do millions of dollars in sales every single year. We do info products, we do coaching, consulting, things like that. I have nothing to sell you on this video whatsoever, but I am going to be releasing a lot more content on YouTube. We're going to be talking about sales, we're going to be talking about business, we're going to be talking about entrepreneurship, startups, marketing, and mindset as well. So if you like that kind of stuff, hit the subscribe button below, click the bell so we get notified when we put out new videos. So today, I'm gonna be talking about how to plan your day, how millionaires plan their day. So this comes out of a conversation that I had with a client of mine about a week ago through Facebook Messenger. And I was pretty blown away because this dude's killing it. I mean, he has, I think it's 14 different pizza restaurants down in the southwestern corner of the United States, and it's a franchise that he runs. And like he owns the franchise, he sells the pizza shops or whatever. And he came to me on Facebook Messenger, and he's a client of mine, so he pays to talk to me and all that kind of stuff. And he was like, I'm just having a lot of trouble. And I'm like, what's up, man? Like, what's going on? And this dude kills it. So like, I was a little shocked. And he was like, I just can't get my planning down. Like I can't get my, the new year's starting. Like I have my goals, I have my vision, I have all that kind of stuff, but I can't get my day-to-day activity like set up. He said, I'm trying all these different planners. I got this one, I got that one, I got the 10X planner, I got the Brenda Burchard, and then just like I'm not getting anything done. And I was like, I got the best planner in the world for you. He's like, what is that? Is it this kind of planner? Is it that kind? I'm like, nah, man. It's a notebook from Walmart that I buy like 20 of them when back to school season starts. Now I'm going to show you how to fill this out. But the bottom line is all those planners work. They all do. Brenda Burchard's planner is good. The Plan Tomorrow by Dan Henry is a friend of mine. That's a good planner. 10X Planner by Grant Cardone, another friend of mine. That's a good planner too. But the bottom line is those work for the people that created them, right? And they may work for some other people too, but my method of planning is going to work for me. Your method of planning is going to work for you, and the 10X planner works for the method of planning for the person that created that planner. And it may work for other people too, but it was designed by that person for that person's level of productivity in certain areas during the day and all that kind of stuff. So the first thing when it comes to planning your day is you need to know when you're most productive and when you're most when you're not productive at all. Like for me, I'm not productive anymore late at night. I used to be very like late at night focused. So for me, it was like from 9 to 2 in the morning or 3 in the morning. That's when I was rocking it out. But as I got older, that kind of like flipped, right? So now I get up at 6 in the morning and I'm killing it from 6 to like 2 or 3 in the afternoon, and then I'm completely done. Then it's family time, it's playing sports with the kids and all that kind of stuff. So we have to know when we're most engaged in our number one activity, which for most of us will be work, right? Or some sort of income generating activity. We have to understand based on us, not somebody else. Because look, I'll give you an example. Hal Elrod with The Miracle Morning. I love Hal Elrod. He's a good guy, great book, fantastic. But some of us aren't productive at 5 o'clock in the morning. Like some of us, you force, and I've did this for years, right? You force yourself because all these people are saying you have to get up really early, and Jocko Willink with his watch pictures, and I love all these people. But if you're not productive at 4 o'clock in the morning, then don't get up at 4 in the morning because you're just gonna like force yourself into something that doesn't work for you, okay? So number one thing is you have to see when you're most productive and when you're dragging. When you're dragging, put other stuff in there. Play sports with your kids because that's going to energize you, right? You're out in the backyard playing soccer or softball or baseball, whatever. That's going to energize you more. So when you don't have to be mentally focused on making big decisions, that's the time where you're playing with your family, you're watching Netflix shows, you're playing with your dogs, whatever. When you need to be mentally focused and you figure out that portion of your day, that's when you're focused on your work. All right. So when it comes to planning your day based on your level of productivity during the day, the number one thing that I can tell you is this: do it. That's it. Do it. And what I mean by that is I don't know anybody who is successfully in financially, we're talking about, right? There's other areas of success in life, but I'm talking about financially. I don't know anyone who is financially successful that just goes into the day and says, well, whatever, we're gonna roll with it. We're gonna float down the river and see what happens. Nobody does that. None of my friends do that. Nobody who's successful does that. Poor people do that, but successful people don't do that. We have a plan on how to execute the next day, right? So we're always planning the night before. That's like the number one thing. We're always planning the night before. And number two, we're always doing it. Now, how we do it varies from person to person, right? So for me, in my planner, what I like to do is I like to start off, and it's just a regular notebook from Walmart. These are like $1 a piece, and I get 15 to 20 of them when back to school season starts, and I have them for the whole year, and I can write and journal and scribble and draw pictures, whatever I want to do, right? Because that's how I plan. So what I like to do is I like to start off with my big yearly goals. Okay, that's what I like to start my planner off. So the first page is going to be my big yearly goals, and it's broken down into three separate things. So I have personal development goals, what I want to learn for that year, who I want to become, things I want to do in that area. And I only choose 3. I don't do 10, I don't do 20, I don't do 15. I do 3 of them in personal development. Then I have things that I want. So, you want a new car, you want a new boat, you want a new house, you want whatever. Things you want, materialistic things that you want for that year. And again, I have 3 of them. And then my financial situation is the last thing that I write down. Now, my financial situation is a little bit different. So finances, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 1 year, 3 year, 5 year, 10 year, and I always work backwards. Okay, so I start off with my 10 year. Where do I want to be in 10 years in 4 areas on my 10 year thing? And I'll explain why in a second, but it's 4 on 10 and then 3 on the other ones. So 10 year is income, investments, college, and trust. So how much do I want in a trust for the kids? How much do I want to be investing in 10 years? How much do I want to be making in 10 years? Okay. Now, 5 years for me and my lifestyle and where I'm at in my life, I have college, investment, and income. So the reason why I have 0, I know you can't see my paper here, but I have 0 at college on the 10-year level because my kids are going to be in college already. They're going to be done with, they're going to be through it already, right? Or halfway through it. So I don't need to continuously be investing in college savings for my kids 10 years from now because they're already going to be in college, going to be halfway through it. So I need to have all that paid off within 5 years. My 3 years, same thing, income, investment, college. My 1 year, income, investment, college. And that's it. That's my first page of my planner. Okay, regular notebook, that's it. Personal development, 3 things. Things that I want in the next 12 months, 3 things. And then my finances are broken down by income, investment, college, and in my 10th year is trust. Like what kind of trust do I want to set up for my kids when they're, in their adult life or whatever. The next page of my journal for me, again, is a 5-year vision. Now, what I do here is I put basically my perfect day or perfect scenario for the next, in 5, where do I want to be in 5 years? So where I want to live, what my house is going to look like, what kind of property I'm going to have. I have the dogs that I'm going to have, the animals that I'm going to have, like whatever, right? And I try to make it 1 page. And the reason why I put this next is because the whys are really important. Now, with this 5-year vision, if I can read this every single day, or I can look through this every single day, this is going to really, at 6 a.m. when I'm like, I really don't want to shoot this video, or I really don't want to write this sales copy, I really don't want to, write these emails or handle this support. This is going to push me forward because I'm not writing that email support just to write email support. I'm writing that email support because I know if I do that, this 5-year vision is going to be true or kind of close, right? If I write that sales video, write that sales copy, this is going to become true or kind of close. Now, for most people, I suggest you do a 10-year vision. But for me, in my life situation, the way that I'm at, it's a little bit different because my kids are in 8th and 9th grade and they're going to be going off to college in 5 years. So I'm going to make a major life change when that happens. I'm going to leave New York and I'm going to go down south. So that's kind of what I'm planning for. That's why I have a 5-year vision as opposed to a 10-year. But for most people, I would say 10 years because what you can accomplish over a 10-year period of time is astronomically large for most people. What you can accomplish in a 1-year time is usually relatively smaller than what most people think. So I always tell people 10-year vision and then 1-year goals like we talked about on the first page, okay? Next, I have my whys. On the next page, I have my whys for each individual thing. So personal development, number 1, why do I want that? What is it going to do for me? Personal development 2, why do I want that? What is it going to do for me? And on, all the way through the things goals. So those 6, I always put down the whys for them. After that, I have what's called checklist goals. So these are things, and there's no limit to this, right? There's no limit. You can put as many of these as you want. And I just have career, finances, relationship, health, things, personal development, spirituality, character, and experiences. And it's just a number of different things, like experiences could be like jump off a mountain or like whatever. It doesn't matter what it is, but jumping off a mountain is not going to be one of my big personal development goals for the year. It's going to be a checklist thing. Like if I get a chance to jump off a mountain, maybe I'll pull off the side of the road and jump off a mountain into a pond or something. Like I'll just do it and then check it off, right? Whatever. So those are my checklist goals. And then I start getting into my week by week plan. Now, I only plan on paper every week. Now, a lot of people do this differently. A lot of people write it down every single day. I don't do that. I used to, but I don't do that anymore. So what I do is on my, every week, every Sunday, so this is from 117 to 123. So it's Monday to Sunday. And I do this on Sunday afternoon. What I do is I have A, B, and C for my business. Okay, so A tasks must get done that week. B tasks will get done if all the A's get done, and C will get done if all the A's and B's get done, right? So it's A, B, and C. It's prioritization, okay? And then in my I have business, then I have personal. My personal is not broken down A, B, and C. My personal is just a list of things that I have to get done personally for that week, okay? Then what I do is I always keep this weekly plan open in front of me at all times. So it's sitting right over there next to my computer, which is right there, and my second monitor, which is right behind you. It's sitting right there so I can see it all the time, okay? Then what I do is every single night before I go to bed, one of the last things I do during my nightly routine, and we're gonna do a video on routines too, because that's a big misconception in the success world. You don't need routines. You need a nightly routine, but it could be very small. You don't need anything crazy. But during my nightly routine, one of the last things I do is I plan the next day in advance. So that way when I wake up, I'm not wandering. Like, what do I do? What do I do now? What do I do next? Whatever. I know exactly what I'm going to do from the second I step out of my bed till the second I go to sleep at night. I know the whole entire calendar is filled up, okay? So what I do is I take my weekly plan every single night, and on that monitor behind you, the second one, I sit there and I plan out on a Google Calendar exactly what it is I'm gonna do. Now, for me, I eat breakfast, have a snack, eat lunch, have a snack, and have dinner every single time, the same day, every single time. And primarily, I'm eating the same stuff because it's just less decisions I have to make. It's just easier for me. So what I do in Google Calendar is I set my breakfast up one time, and then I just duplicate it through the whole year. So every single day is the same. I set my snack up. Every single day is the same, duplicated through the whole year. Lunch, snack, dinner, same thing. It's all the same, okay? And anything else that I'm gonna do every single day, like my evening routine, I just set it up once and it goes all the way through the calendar. That's why I don't like doing it on paper, because on Google Calendar, I could just duplicate it over and over and over again. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I do. At night, I sit down, I look at my weekly goals. What do we have to accomplish this week? And then I set up on my calendar what I'm going to do to achieve these goals for that entire week, all right? The only thing that I'll tell you other than that is this. You don't have to, like I said, your plan, number one, is to do it. That's it. If you want to draw pictures, if you want to write it on paper, if you want to have, I have a whiteboard calendar here that I have like important stuff on, like however you want to do it, do it. That's how I do it. But if however you want to do it, do it. The most important thing is that you actually do it. That's the most important thing, because I have never in my life met a successful person ever that just went through the day and just kind of was like, screw it. I don't know what's going to happen, but something's going to happen, right? Don't ever do that, because when you do that, you start watching stupid cat videos on YouTube and you read stupid articles on political sites and you start arguing with people on Facebook and you're scrolling through Instagram or whatever. Don't do that. Make sure that you have a plan for your day, whatever that plan is, however you want to do it, whatever system works for you. Just make sure you actually do it. My system works for me. All the planner people that have their own planners, those planners work for them, and they may work for you too. But the bottom line is you have to do it. And the way that I've found easiest for me is to keep my whys up front so that I know why I'm doing all of these things. Because I'm not just doing them because, I'm not just, creating February's offer and recording it for this week because I just feel like recording videos for an offer in February. I'm not doing that. I'm doing it because my 5-year vision basically says that if I do all of those things, I'm going to get somewhere close to here, right? That's why I'm doing it. And that's why I keep my whys up front. And I want to see those every single day when I'm planning, when I'm going through my job, when I'm working. I want to see those every single day because it reminds me really why I'm doing the things that I'm doing every single day, all right? That is all for this video. Remember, we're going to have a lot more like this Every single week, we're going to be dropping new videos. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button to make sure that you're notified when we release new videos. Sales, marketing, entrepreneurship, mindset, business, everything you possibly think of when it comes to business, online, offline, consulting, internet marketing, building lists, all that kind of stuff is going to be released here. So click the bell, click the subscribe button, and then hit the bell to be notified when we are subscribed, when we release new videos. All right, that is all for now. I hope you enjoyed this. Start planning your days the night before. Start planning them, because if you don't, you're going to screw yourself up. Do it.